Hey, so From Zero is finally out, and it's the first Linkin Park album in 7 years. And why it's been that long is because of the tragic suicide of Chester Bennington. Um, yeah, I don't know how to comment more on that. It's just like that's what happened, and it's pretty terrible and really sad. But I feel like they've been pulling it off so far. I think their new singer, Emily Armstrong, is pretty fantastic at performing, and she seems to care about Chester Bennington a lot. And I don't know, some of the performances have been really emotional. Like, I've cried watching the From Zero, like, live stream thing. Like, it made me cry. Like, I was just, like, really into it. Um, Very passionate singer. And the band seems to be having like fun, like on here. I mean, there's like serious topics, like the emptiness machine is like a pretty serious song, but like there's a lot of fun on here too, and in spite of like all the seriousness and heaviness that like encapsulates like what's going on around the band. Like there's a lot of fun on here. So the record opens up with this like choir, of course, and then like them explaining like like someone figuring out why it's called From Zero, which is like, oh, from nothing, sure, but it's also like the band used to be called Zero with an X, um, so it's like starting from like the beginning, like keeping zero in mind, from the beginning, which is kind of cute. Um, and then it goes into the emptiness machine, which is like my favorite single of the singles released so far. Other than it might be Two Faced, but I don't know. That's too recent for me to tell. But I love the emptiness machine. I think it's like a perfect song. I mean, maybe like the bridge where it's like, I only wanted to be part of something, and then it's like I only wanted to be part of. I'm like, that seems like they could have written something else a little bit there, but I don't know, it sticks in my head, so maybe that's the perfect decision. I don't know. Maybe they tried writing something else and it didn't fit or it didn't work. I don't know. But that's just me looking for some shit to say about it, because I really enjoyed the song. I loved it when it came out, and I love it still. Yeah, Cut the Bridge is like a really fun song. I think it's like the verses on it are just like, it kind of reminds me of Bleed It Out by them from earlier in their career, and in a great way. I think it just sounds great. I mean, like, the one thing I will say is the chorus is not as strong as like Bleed It Out was, but the verses are like a load of fun, and like even fuck, a load of fun. So yeah, the verses are a load of fun, and he mentions tentacles at one point, like you're grabbing him like a tentacle, and I'm like, that's like, I don't know, a sick visual. I don't know. I think Mike really kills it on this song. I would really heavily recommend Cut the Bridge if you're into like Mike's rapping. Heavy as the Crown heavily reminds me of the song Faint, but I think with its cross promotion with the League of Legends so heavily, it does add a little bit of corniness to it. But I mean, the band hasn't shied away from like cross promotions with other things too. Like Transformers was heavily in the albums with like What I've Done and New Divide, and I still think those songs pretty much rule. So I think this song is also still a pretty good song, despite it losing a little bit of like edge with its cross promotion. But I think League of Legends is a better fit than Transformers was, as well. Over Each Other is probably like my least favorite sounding song so far on the album. Though it is very relatable, I feel. Actually, no, I like it still. Fuck, I don't know. But it's very relatable to me. And yeah, I still enjoy it, I guess. Emily Armstrong's performance on Casualty is pretty intense and great. I would heavily recommend it if you're into like the heavier aspects of this band. I don't think it gets as heavy as some of like earlier heavy stuff, like A Place for My Head or some stuff like that. Like it doesn't get there so far. But like this is pretty good to me. I don't really know how I feel about Overflow right now. I think I like it. But there's a part of me that's like, oh, I feel like I wish it was a little faster. But I don't know. I feel like it's still a really good song. Um, at the beginning, kind of reminded me of Radiohead, but then when Mike starts rapping, it like didn't. It felt like something else. And then like when the like we're going down part, it reminded me of Fighting the Gravity by Blink-182. I don't know. I thought the song was cool. It had like a lot of cool things going on. The guitar solo in it was like pretty chill. Just wish it was a little faster. But yeah, still good. Two Faced, I think, is my favorite song on the album so far. I think it's my favorite one. Just so fucking good. Sorry for swearing. Stained, I Gave You Everything I Had, and Good Things Go are all like good, decent songs. Like if another band made these songs, I would be like, that would be like the single probably. But in terms of Linkin Park and in terms of the other songs on this album, I feel like these are like mediocre Linkin Park songs. And you know, not as good as in comparison with the rest of the album. Although they're serviceable and good, like decent to listen to, I just don't think I'll be adding them to playlists or anything after the fact. Where the other songs on this album, I feel like I would. So yeah, feeling about an 8 on this one probably. Thanks for listening. Feel free to leave a comment. What did you think about this? I don't know.